Hello everybody. Today we are going to learn about surfactants. It is also known as surface active agents. This topic is related with the physical chemistry, but particularly it is part of surface chemistry. Today we will talk about some important properties of these surface active agents. Earlier we already discussed some points regarding with basic definition of surface active agents, classification of surfactants, and some applications of these surface active agents. But now we will talk about some important topics of these surfactants. So here you can see the flow of my presentation. First one is properties of surfactants. Second one is what is HLB scale, calculation of HLB scale, and the last we will discuss about micelles formations. Now we will talk first and most important topic of this unit, and it is surface active agents properties. Here you can see some important properties of surface active agents, and it is wetting, emulsification, dispersion or solubilization, forming, deforming, detergency, conditioning, thickening, and micelles formation. First we will talk about wetting. It means the ability of a liquid to maintain contact with a solid surface resulting from intermolecular interactions when the two are brought together. For an example, paraffin or new cotton cloth barely wetted by water, but when surfactant is added to water, their surface easily becomes wet. What I should say? Paraffin or new cotton cloth barely wetted by water, but when surfactant is added to water, their surface easily becomes wet. Surfactant in floor cleaner as a wetting agent. Second one is emulsification. In surface chemistry, emulsification is the process by which a system comprising of two immiscible liquids, usually oil and water, one of which is dispersed as a small droplets within the other is produced. In other words, we can say when an oil is added to water containing a surfactant, the oil is surrounded by surfactant. Some very important applications of this emulsification is in food industry as well as in lubricants, paints, polymerization, and most importantly it is useful for the cosmetic industry also. Now third one is dispersion. So what is dispersion? A dispersion is a system. A dispersion is a system in which distributed particles of one material are dispersed in a continuous phase of another material. A dispersion is a system in which distributed particles of one material are dispersed in a continuous phase of another material. The two phases may be in the same or different states of matter. Fourth one is forming, deforming. Forming means a colloidal system. Forming means a colloidal system in which the particles are gas bubbles and the medium is a liquid. Of the great variety of substances that acts as a forming agents, there are soaps and detergents are the best example for the forming agents. Now we will talk about deforming. On the other side, deforming is the chemical additive that reduces the formation of foam in industrial processes. Applications of this deforming in detergents, food, industrial uses as well as in pharmaceuticals. For an example, antifoams are added in certain types of detergents to reduce foaming that might decrease the action of the detergent. Deforming means the chemical additive that reduces the formation of foam in industrial processes. Application of this deforming in detergents, food, industrial uses, also in pharmaceuticals. Antifoams are added in certain types of detergents to reduce foaming that might decrease the action of the detergent. For an example, dishwasher. Dishwasher have to be low foaming for the dishwasher to work it properly. Some other properties also related with the surface active agents, and that is detergency, conditioning, thickening, etc. Now we will talk about one most important point in surface chemistry, and it is HLB scale. The full form of HLB means hydrophilic lipophilic balance. What is hydrophilic lipophilic balance? The HLB of a surfactant means the hydrophilic lipophilic balance of surfactant. It measures the degree to which it is hydrophilic or lipophilic. What should I say? The HLB of a surfactant is a measure of the degree to which it is hydrophilic or lipophilic. The hydrophilic lipophilic balance of a surfactant reflects its partitioning behavior between a polar and a non-polar medium. HLB number ranging from 0 to 40 can be assigned to a surfactant based on emulsification data, semi-empirical only. Popular method to calculate this HLB scale means this hydrophilic lipophilic balance. How can we calculate? The popular method to calculate HLB scale is Griffin's method, and Griffin's method HLB equal to 20 multiplied by mH upon capital M. So here you can say mH means molecular mass of the hydrophilic portion of the molecule, and capital M is molecular mass of the whole molecule. But for non-ionic surfactants, HLB equal to E upon 5. Also you can say HLB equal to 20 in bracket 1 upon S upon 1 minus S upon A. But here E is the percentage by weight of ethylene oxide. E is equal to percentage by weight of ethylene oxide. S equal to saponification number of esters, and A equal to acid number of the fatty acid. So from this equation we can easily calculate the HLB scale. It means hydrophilic lipophilic balance, and the range of this HLB is 0 to 20. An HLB value 0 corresponds to a completely lipophilic hydrophobic molecule. If the value of HLB is 0, it means a completely lipophilic hydrophobic molecule, and the value of 20, it corresponds to a completely hydrophilic lipophobic molecule. 0 correspond to lipophilic hydrophobic molecule, and 20 correspond to hydrophilic lipophobic molecule. Here you can see some HLB values related with the some solutions. No dispersibility in water, it takes 0, means lipophilic hydrophobic molecule. Antifoaming agents, HLB value equal to 2. Water in oil emulsification, value of HLB is 6. But a value of 10 represents a midpoint of HLB, and the midpoint of HLB you can easily say milky dispersion, because milky dispersion have 10 HLB scale. That's why it's a midpoint of HLB value. Now we will talk about micelles formation. So first we will talk about micellization. The diphilic nature of surfactant molecule, the presence in them of a polar means hydrophilic and non-polar means hydrophobic parts. Polar means hydrophilic, non-polar means hydrophobic parts, has been a feature of their structure imparting special properties to this molecule. The diphilic nature was characterized very well by Hartley as a split personality. It has been exactly the diphilic nature of surfactant molecules that underlines their tendency of gathering at phase interfaces, immersing their hydrophilic part in water and isolating their hydrophobic part from it. This tendency ascertains their surface activity. For an example, their ability to absorb at the water-air interfaces or a water oil to wet the surface of hydrophobic bodies and form structures such as soft films or lipid membranes. A low concentration, these surfactants tend to form true solutions that disperse up to individual molecules or ion. At low concentration, these surfactants tend to form true solution and that disperse up to individual molecules or ions. With the growth in the concentration, however, the duality of the properties of the molecule of such diphilic substances gives rise to their self association in the solution, and this self association, it results in the formation of micelles. The term micelles in this meaning was first introduced by McBain. According to modern notions, micelles may be defined to be aggregates of long chain diphilic surfactant molecules. Micelles means to be aggregates of long chain diphilic surfactant molecules or ions formed spontaneously in their solution at a definite concentration. The latter depends on the nature of the polar group and especially on the length of the molecule. So, micelles can be characterized by the aggregation number and the micellar mass. So, we can easily say micelles are lipid molecules that arrange themselves in a spherical form in aqueous solution. The formation of a micelles is a response to the amphipathic nature of a fatty acids, meaning that they contain both hydrophilic region means polar head groups as well as hydrophobic region, it means non-polar tail groups. These micelle contains polar head groups that usually form the outside as the surface of micelles. They face to the water because they are polar. The hydrophobic tails are inside and away from the water since they are non-polar. So, micelles contain polar head groups that usually form the outside as the surface of micelles. They face to the water because they are polar. The hydrophobic tails are inside and away from the water since they are non-polar. Micelles form spontaneously in water as stated above. This spontaneous arrangement is due to the amphipathic nature of the molecule. So, suppose we consider the structure of micelles using an ionic micelle as an example. According to modern notions, an ionic micelle has been compact and to a first approximation spherical formation consisting of a liquid hydrocarbon core covered with a layer of polar means iogenic group. The notions of spherical micelles were first of all introduced by Hartley. The liquid state of hydrocarbon chains has been different, however, from the state of a bulk liquid phase typical, for example, of a drop of an emulsion. Because of the orientation of the polar groups, the entire micelles has been in the liquid crystalline state similar to condensed films. Capillary pressure means arising because of the curve of the micelle surface that for fine spherical micelles reaches hundreds of atmospheres, also causes structural ordering of the hydrocarbon phase. Because of this, the diameter of a micelle core is less than the length of two completely extended chain. So, micelles form spontaneously in water As stated above, this spontaneous arrangement is due to the amphipathic nature of the molecule. When the lipids form micelles, the hydrophobic tails interact with each other, and these interactions release water from the hydrophobic tail, and this increases the disorder of the system, and this is increase in entropy is favorable. So here you can see the polar heads out, oil in water, or with the polar head in water in oil. So this is the micelle formation figure, and you can easily see in this figure the polar heads out and the polar head in, oil in water and water in oil. So micelles only form when the concentration of surfactants is greater than the critical micelle concentration. CMC means critical micelle concentration. This CMC is the concentration above surfactant when micelles will form spontaneously. Micelle formation also depend on the Kraft temperature. This temperature is when surfactant will form micelles. As the temperature increases, the surfactant will turn into a soluble form and be able to form micelles from a crystalline state. So the presence of electrical double layers on the surface of ionic micelles underlies their electrophoretic mobility and the electrical conductance of the solution. Binding of part of the counterneous gives rise to a knee in the curve of lambda versus C. So spherical micelles form in a solution of concentration closest to the CMC. With a growth in the surfactant concentration, the micellar solution tends to pass through a number of equilibrium states characterized by a definite aggregation number, size, shape of the mixture. For an example, an increase in the surfactant concentration gives rise to the appearance of more complicated cylindrical and plate-shaped micelle and of a continuous gel-like structure of the system in the course of a consecutive transition through several pseudo phases called mesomorphic phases and differing in their structure. The application of the Gibbs-Curie principle to the analysis of polymorphic modification give rise to the relation determining the region of existence of micelles with various shapes. So some also micellization in non-aqueous media and also micellization in aqueous media. So now some factors affecting the CMC. Several factors can affect on CMC. So CMC decreases as the molecular weight of a hydrocarbon chain of a surfactant grows, because in this case true solubility and the tendency of surfactant molecule to associate increasing. The temperature effect also differ from inorganic and non-inorganic substances. For inorganic surfactants, CMC usually increase with the temperature owing to the disaggregation action of their thermal motion of molecules. But this effect is not strong because it is weak by hydrophobic interaction, which cause an increase in the entropy of a system. Therefore, the effect of temperature on CMC is the weaker. The more pronounced are the hydrophobic property of soaps. For non-inorganic surfactants, the CMC always decrease with an elevation of temperature because the hydrogen bonds between the oxygen atom of an ether and water molecules are broken. Hydroxyethylene chains dehydrated and their mutual repulsion being a hindrance to aggregation decreases. Micelles can be formed not only in aqueous colloidal surfactant solution but also in solution of surfactants in hydrocarbon. In this case, surfactant molecules in a micelle are oriented by their polar groups into a micelle and by their hydrocarbon ends towards a solvent. However, surfactants usually produce molecular solutions in ethanol because by its polarity, ethanol is between water and hydrocarbons, and therefore it is a solvent for both polar and non-polar parts of surfactant molecules.